Welcome. Today we will examine Cyware's Agentic ecosystem through a detailed case study regarding recent security breaches and their underlying methodologies. A prominent example involves threat actors that are initial access brokers, which has become a significant concern in the current threat landscape. The initial access broker playbook typically involves sophisticated techniques, including phishing and AI-driven methodologies, to compromise user identities. These compromised credentials are subsequently exploited to exfiltrate sensitive data and facilitate ransom demand. Furthermore, a distinct operational model exists where various threat actors collaborate to enhance their efficacy. This cooperative approach provides significantly greater visibility, enabling organizations to better identify and defend against these coordinated activities. For example, numerous threat actors employ sophisticated phishing techniques and other social engineering methods to compromise user identities. These tactics often involve deceiving users into downloading malicious software. Luma serves as a prominent example of such malware. Upon infection, threat actors exfiltrate sensitive data and compromise user identities. These identities are frequently sold on underground forums by initial access brokers. Subsequently, other threat actors purchase these credentials to facilitate further exploitation and maximize operational impact. Recognizing this threat, I've developed a mechanism within the Cyware intelligence suite to assess organizational exposure to these specific attack vectors. The Cyware AI browser agent, accessible via a browser add-on for the Cyware intelligence suite, features the Cyware Intel Research Agent. This agent enables users to conduct research across the entire data repository within the Cyware intelligence suite. Integrating external threat intelligence feeds from various vendors, the platform also includes a digital risk protection module, with SOCRadar currently serving as the primary integration. The system integrates various SOCRadar alerts and incidents. To efficiently triage these, we'll utilize the specialized agent to query for any compromised credentials detected within SOCRadar DRP alerts over the past 7 days. This process enables the system to automatically retrieve and analyze the relevant data within the Cyware intelligence suite. To demonstrate this workflow, consider a query for SOCRadar DRP alerts regarding credential exposure from the past 7 days. The system autonomously initiates the search by identifying the appropriate data source, SOCRadar, and applying the relevant filtering tags to pinpoint the required information. The system employs multiple methodologies to identify and isolate data according to specified user criteria. As illustrated, it identifies 2 distinct SOCRadar DRP alerts from the preceding 7-day period. The system provides a summary of findings, including specific alert details and assigned verdicts. Furthermore, it establishes a confidence score for each identified alert. The system provides an initial summary, followed by a detailed breakdown for each alert, including primary indicators, affected assets, and a comprehensive analysis of the identified threat, such as data leakage. Notably, the system identified specific credentials within shared Telegram combo lists. This finding, indicative of Stealer log exposure, is critical to our current threat landscape and aligns directly with the previously discussed attack scenarios. The system maps each alert to specific MITRE ATT&CK TTPs and queries the intelligence suite to identify additional relationships. It automatically correlates these findings by cross-referencing other objects that reference the affected account. Furthermore, the system provides actionable recommendations, such as escalating to the incident management team, enforcing a password reset for active accounts, and increasing monitoring for credential stuffing indicators for 30 to 90 days. The system generates customized, actionable recommendations for each report, addressing the unique characteristics of every alert and exposure. Subsequently, the investigation proceeds to attribute these threats to the specific info stealer malware responsible for the activity, because that is where I would be able to then take further next steps. The system facilitates precise inquiries regarding associations with info stealer malware. Upon identification, the platform enables users to expand upon these findings, providing deeper context and granular details. The interface subsequently integrates this data, ensuring comprehensive visibility within the operational workflow. Analysis confirmed explicit relations to Luma InfoStealer within the specific report. This linkage is of significant analytical value, as the system further enables a malware pivot to explore the broader implications of the threat. The platform details the operational mechanics and functional characteristics of the identified malware. It enumerates specific capabilities derived from various tags and metadata. These insights are retrieved based on custom attributes maintained within the Cyware intelligence suite. The system also queries the Cyware intelligence suite to correlate the identified malware with additional threat actors. This analysis is critical, as initial access brokers often leverage info stealer malware, such as Luma, to harvest and distribute credentials across underground markets, which aligns with the alerts generated by the SOCRadar DRP system. This external visibility enables a comprehensive internal investigation by bridging external threat data with internal security posture. To conduct a thorough assessment, the system identifies other threat actors capable of utilizing Luma. Furthermore, it determines organizational exposure by mapping common vulnerabilities associated with these specific threat actors. By surfacing the most prevalent vulnerabilities linked to Luma-associated actors, the platform provides actionable insights for prioritizing remediation efforts. The platform identifies all associated vulnerabilities and prioritizes them based on prevalence. It provides detailed context for each, including whether they are exploited in the wild, weaponized, or listed in the CISA/KEV catalog, enabling data-driven remediation prioritization. Prioritization should not rely solely on external signals. Assessing internal exposure is critical. The agent addresses this by integrating with internal systems, such as ASM and vulnerability management platforms, to perform real-time exposure analysis. The system proactively interrogates internal platforms, such as asset surface management and vulnerability management solutions, to identify assets associated with specific vulnerabilities. This integration facilitates dynamic priority adjustment, elevating the urgency of vulnerabilities that impact critical infrastructure. This approach is essential, as traditional metrics like CVSS scores often overlook the context of threat actor attributions and active campaigns. In practice, a vulnerability with a lower CVSS score that is actively exploited by threat actors targeting your sector carries significantly higher risk than a higher scoring vulnerability that lacks organizational relevance. Beyond static metrics like CVSS, effective vulnerability prioritization requires analyzing contextual relationships and threat investigations. The Cyware agent automates this process by assessing internal exposure through integrations with vulnerability management and asset management platforms. The system identifies vulnerable assets and generates comprehensive exposure reports, such as flagging cases where exposure exists without active signs of exploitation by correlating vulnerability data with internal network logs and security alerts. Exposure analysis extends beyond mere vulnerability identification. By integrating with platforms like the ARMIS platform, the system proactively interrogates network logs and monitors for active alerts on vulnerable devices. This data is then correlated with IOCs within the Cyware intelligence suite. A match between network logs and known IOCs serves as a primary indicator of potential exploitation. Furthermore, the system analyzes the specific characteristics and associated risks of a CVE by referencing the Cyware intelligence suite. By cross-referencing these details with existing alerts, the system distinguishes between expected security events and anomalous activity. This enables the platform to surface unexpected alerts, effectively prioritizing investigations and directing analyst attention to potential threats within the environment. A match between network logs and known IOCs serves as a primary indicator of potential exploitation. The system further enhances this analysis by cross-referencing alerts with specific CVE characteristics retrieved from the Cyware intelligence suite. By correlating these alerts with documented vulnerability impacts and exposure profiles, the system distinguishes expected security events from anomalous activity, thereby prioritizing critical threats for analyst review. Additionally, the platform provides granular visibility into asset vulnerabilities, such as identifying the absence of EDR coverage, the use of deprecated hardware or software, and other security gaps, particularly within critical infrastructure like ICS environments. The platform identifies security vulnerabilities, such as insecure credentials and other defensive gaps, and provides actionable remediation steps for each affected asset, while clarifying the operational implications for analysts. Because intelligence is most valuable when disseminated effectively, the system enables the generation of tailored reports directly from the investigative context, ensuring that critical insights are communicated to the appropriate stakeholders for timely decision-making. The platform generates diverse, stakeholder-specific reporting formats, including executive briefs, finished intel, strategic reports, and vulnerability exposure reports. This variety ensures that different audiences, from executive leadership to SOC and vulnerability management teams, receive the specific insights and actionable data necessary for their operational needs. All generated reports are consolidated and accessible within the corresponding threat bulletin. The following section details the reporting capabilities, specifically the executive brief and finished intelligence reports. These reports are designed to synthesize complex investigative data into formats tailored for specific organizational roles. The executive brief is a concise, high-level overview intended for senior leadership, including CISOs and CEOs. It focuses on the strategic impact of an incident, outlining the fundamental nature of the threat and why immediate attention is required. The brief identifies initial triggers, such as DRP alerts, and correlates them with existing datasets to confirm linkages to specific info stealer malware and identify potential organizational exposure. The executive brief serves as a high-level, one-page summary designed for leadership, focusing on business risk and strategic remediation actions. Conversely, the finished intel report provides comprehensive technical detail for SOC teams, covering initial alerts, threat correlations, and potential risks such as account takeovers. Each report includes relevant CVEs and confidence scores, ensuring all inferences are substantiated by the specific intelligence gathered during the investigation. The investigation details provide a comprehensive overview of the analysis process, including the identification of compromised employee and partner credentials, associated malware linkages, and relevant vulnerability exposures. Furthermore, the report addresses OT-ICS-specific considerations when the impacted assets involve critical infrastructure. The output concludes by detailing completed mitigation steps alongside recommended follow-up actions. The report outlines subsequent mitigation steps and includes an appendix of advanced queries and detection tools for monitoring affected assets against further exploitation. The Vulnerability Exposure Advisory is a specialized report for vulnerability management teams. It provides a focused perspective on the identified threat, specifically detailing its link to the Luma delivery chain. Although no active exploitation has been observed, the advisory notes that opportunistic exploitation remains a plausible risk. This advisory prioritizes the most critical vulnerabilities, identifies impacted assets, and details their current status and associated tradecraft. Furthermore, it provides a comprehensive set of recommended actions for remediation. Once consolidated within Cyware Intelligence Suite threat bulletins, these insights can be efficiently disseminated to relevant stakeholders. Reports generated within the platform can be disseminated via email to both internal users and external stakeholders of the Cyware Intelligence Suite. To support seamless communication across technical and management teams, the suite offers data export options in both PDF and HTML formats. Ultimately, the effectiveness of intelligence relies on the specific questions being addressed. Advanced threat intelligence programs go beyond simply monitoring incoming feeds. They actively investigate how external visibility and third-party data correlate with observed internal incidents. The Cyware intelligence ecosystem is designed to facilitate these complex correlations, delivering comprehensive insights in minutes, a process that previously required hours or even days to complete manually. For more information, visit us at cyware.com to connect with one of our team members.